Now friends, a very important development has occurred. Some wonderful news has arrived, and in America, they headlined this news as Bessent's bazooka. So who was Bessent? Scott Bessent, the US Treasury Secretary. Lately, we are getting good news from the US Treasury Secretary. Good news is coming for crypto enthusiasts. And this latest news is, in my opinion, news that directly concerns crypto enthusiasts. Today, we will both look at this good news and examine my very famous bear bull chart, which you can also see on the screen right now. It has been working for about 15 years. Let's see if we are in a bull market or a bear market according to that chart. We are going to take a closer look at the details now. So let's get right into the video. Friends, welcome back to my video. I hope it will be an enjoyable video. I'll dive right into the topic. Right now, I see Bitcoin above both its 50-week and 200-week moving averages. I was going to send a tweet when Bitcoin hit $80,000. I was waiting for that. You can see it on the screen right now, $79,800. If it hits 80,000, we'll tweet together during our video broadcast. But there is something I want to emphasize right now. When you look at the chart, my voice is a bit... Unfortunately, my throat got pharyngitis from drinking cold coffee. Look at these dates, August 13th and August 14th. There is a huge green candle on August 14th. This green candle might seem very big right now, but that was when it first lit that green candle. What happened? The US Treasury Department had conducted a weekly buyback of $10 billion. They had bought bonds and injected $10 billion into the market. This money caused the longest rally in crypto for a long time. Then what happened? On August 19th, this is our second stage right now. Look, this is the date when that green candle started. We saw 3 massive green candles and 3 massive volumes in a row. On August 19th, the US Treasury Department, specifically Bessent, made an announcement again. He said, "We will increase our weekly bond buyback program from $2 billion to $4 billion. Now, I will explain the behind the scenes of this, what it means and why they did it throughout the rest of the video. But first, I'm giving you the news in order. With this news, the market skyrocketed. Immediately after, he announced this. He made a statement saying, "We won't be limited to 4 billion, we might buy even more." And the market went absolutely wild. For the last 4 or 5 days, the market has been like a celebration. Every morning we wake up, the greens are flashing and so on. Everyone is happy. Yes, altcoins haven't reached the levels we want yet, but there are some altcoins that have increased by 10, 20, 50 or 80%. Shouldn't we be happy? I am happy. I know we are all at a loss in total. I'm not saying our money is flying away, but good developments are happening. This should also be celebrated. We should be grateful. So yes, we are happy. Thank God the market is trying to rise. What is today's news? Do you know what this thing I call a bazooka is? The US Treasury Department made an announcement today. They said that for these long-term bond buybacks, I'll explain in more detail in a moment, we might resort to the $950 billion Treasury General Account. We will get authorization from here. They actually meant that we can do bond buybacks of up to $950 billion. And let me tell you something, this news hasn't been reflected in the market yet. Many haven't grasped this important development yet. Volumes are already recovering, so let's look at the details. First, why did the Treasury get involved in this? Second, what will be the consequences of this for us? Third, are we bullish or bearish? We will look at these. Now friends, do you know what we need to look at for this? 30-year bonds. Now, America has been trying to lower the interest rates on 30-year bonds for a long time. How high did it go? It went up to 5.34. This is the highest level we've seen since 2007, meaning almost the last 20 years. This is dangerous. These are 30-year bonds. I said long-term bonds. 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Now, if the 30-year bond extends this much, if its interest rate rises this much, what happens? The value of the bond drops. This is inversely proportional. I have videos where I explained this before. You can watch them there, or it has a very simple logic. If the bond's yield, its interest rate increases, the bond's value decreases. If the bond's interest rate decreases, the bond's value increases. So there is a paper value and there is a yield. These are always inversely proportional. Now, there are 2 problems with these bond prices rising so much. 1, the US already has a massive debt, friends. Look, the US national debt is in the top left corner. How much is it right now? $40 trillion. Even while I'm filming this video, it has probably increased by about $10 million. During the time I'm filming this video, we will probably experience an increase of about $10 million, maybe even more. You can see it on this screen, it's rising extremely fast in real time. By the way, friends, I'm here with a small announcement. We could really see a crypto market where liquidity enters through these bond buyback programs. If you are not ready yet, you can sign up for Binance using the QR code you see on the screen right now, or by clicking the link in the video description to get a 20% commission discount and bonuses. Sign up now, complete your identity verification, and wait, ready for the bull season. Now, as long as interest rates are high, the interest payment on this debt also reaches very serious figures. I mean, 5% annually might not mean much to you, but it means a lot for such massive debtors. Now, it is necessary to get rid of this. That is why an intervention is needed for interest rates to fall. Well, there is a more important issue than this. Now, when the interest rate on a 30-year bond rises to 5.34%, let's think about an old dated bond. A 30-year bond, their interest rate is also 2%. That is when the price of those bonds falls, because it's the same story as the one I just mentioned. If the interest yield falls, its value falls. This creates a risk like this. Now, who holds these bonds? Some entities hold them out of necessity. There are pension funds, banks, and insurance companies. Perhaps the number one most trusted asset in the world is this: US bonds. You buy US bonds because you are confident that their value will not fall, but suddenly their value drops by 3 or 4%. At first, this might seem like nothing to you. But let's say you are a bank. When customers ask for their deposited money back, you are forced to sell these bonds at a loss. As you sell at a loss, the value of the bond drops. With the next sale, everything goes even worse. Or for instance, the value of US bonds held by pension funds, which always need to protect themselves, drops, and the same happens with insurance funds. The value falls again. What happens then? The system enters a deadlock. They call this a death spiral. As the price drops, you are forced to sell. As you sell, the price drops even further. Bankruptcy is inevitable. But the kind of bankruptcy here doesn't just stop with one bank. That one goes under, and the other bank that has debts tied to it goes under too. This time, customers rush to the next bank trying to save their money. Because they rush, that bank goes under too, and a massive death spiral is created. Do you remember? That's exactly how Silicon Valley Bank collapsed in 2023, and crypto was also heavily affected by the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank. In short, Besant is actually trying to lower bond yields to protect the backbone of the financial system. That's why he is injecting money into the market. But do you know what we are seeing? Yes, 30-year bonds have fallen from 5.34 to 5.22, but they are still very high. They need to fall to 3%. That's why, yes, it looks like they will inject more money into the market. They will continue to buy long-term bonds. So what happens? Why does it fall when they buy? It's very simple. They are constantly buying bonds. Buying bonds increases demand, which pushes up bond prices and lowers interest rates. We are approaching it from the exact opposite direction. When reverse engineering is applied, the US Treasury will have lowered bond interest rates. How much do they have on hand? $950 billion. I estimate they'll buy back $250 to $300 billion in bonds by year end. This is a very positive development for crypto. So are we in a bull market or a bear market? Now friends, yes. 79,931. Friends, let's prepare our tweet. It's 79,960. In this video, we will see $80,000 together. Look, I've prepared the tweet too, friends. Breaking news, Bitcoin has hit $80,000. I said I'm posting this tweet before the video is published. Yes, we are watching. Okay, now let's continue talking in the meantime. We will post it the moment it hits 80,000. Now friends, those who follow my channel know, go and check out the Monte Crypto Conti YouTube channel. I am the first YouTube channel in Turkey about crypto, friends. We are also one of the few notable channels in the world. Because, friends, think about it. In 2017, 10 years ago, while most of you didn't know about Bitcoin, we opened our YouTube channel and started Bitcoin broadcasts. And I have a bear bull chart that I enjoy following. Why did I just mention the history of my channel? Because every year, every 2 years, I open this chart. We check whether it works or not. It's a chart that has been working for 10, 15 years. It's also a chart that we've perhaps been sharing on our channel for 10 years. It has a logic like this. Well, the bull season from way back, it lasted 730 days. The bear season lasted 426 days. The next bull season lasts 1,065 days. The bear season lasts 365 days. The next bull season lasts 1,066 days here, and the bear season here lasts 365 days. The next bull season, when I prepared this, the Bitcoin chart was somewhere around here. So I'm sharing this at the beginning of the video, and I said it would last 1,065 days if this repeats. And look, the peak level really did last 1,065 days. So there is a 1,065 day period that has been repeating itself for 3 bull markets. There is also a 365 day period that has been repeating itself for 3 bear markets. And accordingly, the bear market is expected to end within a month or 2 now. Now, when we look at this chart, we might see another 1 or 2 months of decline. So it looks like there is a possibility of seeing the 55,000s again. But I mean, this 365 days could also drop like this, friends. There's no guarantee for this, but if this chart is going to continue, we will watch it together in the videos. It looks like we will see another decline in Bitcoin. But the developments coming from the US Treasury Secretary seem like they will change the date of the last bear market. My opinion is that we might not see those levels again. We will watch together. And friends, 79,930. Come on guys, increase it by $50. Let's post this tweet and continue with our video. Here too, friends, I am looking at the altcoin index. An index we haven't looked at for a long time. The altcoin market cap has increased by almost 15 to 20%, friends, after August 17th, but the altcoin index is still low. So this means the market is rising, money is flowing into Bitcoin and Ethereum, but that show we've been expecting from altcoins hasn't arrived yet. Because friends, the rule works like this. First money flows into Bitcoin, then into Ethereum, and then into Solana, BNB, and Doge. And after that, it moves towards altcoins and lower market caps. So if we are going to see a bull market, the sequence is already proceeding correctly. When we look at fear and greed, it has climbed to 82. When we look at it on a Bitcoin basis, the last time fear and greed reached these levels, Bitcoin went from $98,000 up to $122,000. So it experienced a rise, a serious rise. At the end of my video, I will finally talk about Sailor. Sailor's company, Strategy, currently has $6.7 billion in cash, meaning in dollars. Apart from that, they also have approximately $66 billion in Bitcoin. They sold $2 billion worth of their own shares. The remarkable part is that $1.6 billion of this $6.7 billion I mentioned is in USD cash. So, it is waiting, ready to buy Bitcoin at any moment. We might see another purchase from Sailor again soon. I mentioned this a few videos ago. When Sailor sells, the market goes up. We really saw that he sold at the bottoms. Sailor acts exactly like the traders on CT, but the market rose after he sold. Maybe his timing is bad. I have come to the end of my video. Bitcoin did not reach $80,000. Since it didn't reach $80,000, I couldn't post the Bitcoin hit $80,000 tweet, but I'm sure I'll post it after the video. It wasn't meant to be. Please ask anything that's on your mind in the comments, friends. It's very enjoyable to interact with you through YouTube comments. Subscribe to the channel as well. Let's experience a great bull season together. See you in the next video. Goodbye.